Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. These tech giants manage their product life cycles every single day. What exactly is a product life cycle? In this video, we're going to break down the product life cycle, covering each of the 5 stages that you will need to know. This way, you'll never lose marks on this topic ever again. Let's get started. Let's start off by understanding what the product life cycle is. Let's imagine a graph, and on the vertical y-axis, we have the sales of the product, and on the horizontal x-axis, we have the time. Now, this graph helps us visualize the journey of a product through its life cycle. The product life cycle consists of 5 stages for which a product goes through, starting off with its development. After development, it enters the introduction phase, where it's launched into the market. Following that, we see the growth stage, then the maturity, and finally the decline phase. The main purpose of understanding the product life cycle is to aid businesses in planning and forecasting product sales, which is crucial for managing resources effectively. Additionally, the product life cycle provides insights into cash flow and profitability at the different stages of the product's life. So the product life cycle kicks off with the development phase. Now, this initial stage involves researching, designing, and testing a new product before it hits the market. Now, in this phase, a significant amount of market research is done just to spot any market gaps or to predict customer needs and how they might change over time. However, it's crucial to understand that not every product makes it beyond this stage. Some ideas might seem groundbreaking on the drawing board, but upon testing, companies may discover that they don't actually resonate with customers as they anticipated. And that's perfectly fine. It's better to halt development rather than investing heavily in a product that's doomed to fail. Now, the development phase can be particularly challenging, especially in fast-evolving sectors like technology. It demands substantial resources as businesses strive to innovate and introduce a new product or service. And this process can take a long time, stretching over months or even years, during which the company faces negative cash flow due to the absence of sales. If products successfully navigate through the development phase, they move on to the second stage, which is the introduction phase. Now, this is the moment when a product makes its debut into the market. At this early stage, it's typical for sales to be low and for the business to experience negative cash flow. But the goal now shifts to recovering the investment made during the development of the product. To achieve this, businesses may adopt different pricing strategies. For instance, if the product is innovative and the aim is to maximize profits for early adopters, a price skimming strategy could be employed. Alternatively, if the product can be produced at a low cost and the objective is to capture a lot of market share, a penetration pricing strategy might be more suitable. Regardless of the chosen strategy, it's important to remember that the unit cost of production will normally be high at this stage due to a lack of economies of scale. The focus should be on gaining market traction, which means prioritizing product promotion and awareness through various marketing activities. Once the product has been on the market for a while, and if it's successful, it's common to see it gain traction, leading to a rapid increase in sales. This marks the entry into the growth phase. Now, during this phase, market acceptance of the product expands, and for the first time, cash flow may turn positive. Increasing sales volumes allow the business to find more efficient manufacturing methods and ways to reduce unit costs. This often is achieved through purchasing and technical economies of scale, which in turn begins to improve the product's profitability. However, as the product becomes more accepted among consumers, it also catches the attention of competitors. This means competition is likely to intensify. So your competitors, they might launch similar products, add new features to surpass your product, or lower the prices to attract more customers. Following the growth phase, we enter the maturity phase of the product life cycle. This is the stage where the growth rate of the product begins to slow down and it achieves its highest level of sales in the market. Normally, within the maturity phase, cash flow is also at its peak. Now, the primary aim is to maximize profits and cash flow for the product. Profitability reaches its peak stage since the unit cost for manufacturing the product dropped to their lowest, thanks to the optimum access to economies of scale. But with competitors continuously trying to lure away customers, it's crucial for businesses to defend their market share that they've built. And given that the next phase is the decline phase, businesses may start to begin contemplating extension strategies to prolong the product's life in the market. Finally, we arrive at the decline phase, marked by a decrease in sales. Now, during this stage, businesses face a sharp decline in profits and deteriorating cash flow from the product. It becomes crucial to effectively manage and sell off remaining stock, as continuing to produce an increasingly outdated product is not going to make our shareholders very happy. And at this point, businesses typically consider one of two different strategies. The first option is pulling the pin and discontinuing the product altogether. Now, this decision often stems from market saturation or just shifts in customer needs, making the product outdated and unwanted. For instance, Apple's integration of music capabilities into the iPhone gradually phased out the need for the iPod, leading Apple to discontinue it. The second strategy involves pursuing extension strategies to try and increase the product's market sales once again. I hope this video has helped you understand what the product lifecycle is, and feel free to check out more of our videos on our channel.